What is up, YouTube? If we have not yet met, my name is Johnny Nitafan, and in this video, I need to share something with you that is probably gonna make a lot of people mad. And it's, you don't have a leads problem, you have a sales problem. So I was talking to a guy that was like, hey, how can I generate leads? How can I be able to pretty much start generating leads under $12, right? So, and I'm gonna leave his name out of here, but I was talking to him and he's like, yeah, like I need to get leads down and I need to get my lead cost down because of X, Y, and Z. He's out in the field, not doing telesales. So he's like, okay, like it's because the reason I'm not profitable is because the leads, one, and two, it's because of driving costs. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, let's break this down a little bit. And so I was like, hypothetically speaking, how much money would you say $1,000 is conservative on how much you're spending on gas and going out in the field, etc.? And he's like, yeah, that's a little bit high, but I was like, okay, perfect. We'll call it 1,000. So you're saying that lead costs and driving expenses are the reason that you're not profitable. Okay, perfect. So go through that and it's $1,000. So I'm writing this down, $1,000. So then we talk about how much you're spending on leads. So getting the leads at $12 a piece, getting 50 to 60 a week. So I was like, all right, let's just call it $500 a month, a week, conservatively. And I was like, okay, how much are you selling a week or a month? And he said 5,000, roughly 5,000 a month. And I said, oh, okay. So you're saying, like, let's just break this down. Say you're spending getting 50 leads a week at $500 a piece. And so you're spending $2,000 a month. And then on top of that, your gas prices and traveling and being out in the fields is $1,000. Okay, so that's $3,000 a month. And you're issuing $5,000 a month. And it's like, okay, perfect. So we got that down. Now, let's break down your close ratio because that's what really matters. What are you closing? And he says, I'm closing about 5%. And I said, bingo, that's it. That is it. It's not the marketing. It's not the, like, even if you were to get the best leads in the world, if you're only closing 5% of sits, that's not right. And it kind of didn't make sense in my head, but it got the point. It's not a marketing problem. It's not a leads problem. It's a sales issue. That's the thing. A lot of people come to me and ask, hey, what leads should I buy? How do I generate my own leads? And honestly, that's not the answer. The answer is you have a sales problem. I was able to write over $400,000 before I ever touched self-generating leads, before I ever thought of it or touched it. And so the whole thing, especially when you're just starting out, is that you don't have a marketing problem. You don't have a leads issue. Get the leads however you can get them. If you can generate them, perfect. I don't recommend it, but buy leads or whatever it is for you. However you're able to do that, because if you try building two bridges at once, you're just going to end up with one or two half-built bridges instead of one, focusing on selling and then work on generating your own leads, or work on generating your leads and don't work on closing. But if you want to be a successful insurance agent, if you want to be successful in this business, especially making money selling insurance, focus on selling, then focus on the leads, because that's what's going to ultimately produce that. I wasn't able to start making 20, 30, 40 grand a month profit without the sales ability that I had before. And when I put that all together, the sales ability and the marketing together, that's when I started really seeing my bank account grow and being able to consistently make a lot of money. So if you're watching this, don't fall into the trap that it's the leads. Yeah, it might be, for sure. Like it maybe the leads could be better, but at the end of the day, if you're not able to close, it really doesn't matter. When I first started generating my own leads, that's when, like, I knew how to sell. The leads weren't amazing at first, and they're still not the best, but they are they're good enough so that I can get in front of somebody who at least filled out something, some type of information, has some type of interest. And the goal is to be able to get the person who had interest at some point, is interested in now, to get them over the finish line. And that comes with closing techniques. Nobody's going to want to just roll over and die and all of a sudden you're just closing everybody. That's not going to be the case. It's going to be through reps, the consistent activity, putting in the work. It's for dialing, sitting 200, 300, 400 dials every single day, sitting in your chair, putting in the reps, putting in the work, putting in every single day, brick by brick by brick, continuously pushing momentum forward, getting the referrals. Like, that's not something that I'm great at, and that could get my acquisition costs to go down. So that's something I'm working on. But if you're just starting out, if you're not seeing the success that you're looking for, it's not the leads. Stop giving your power away. That's when I was sitting in my shower over there, when I was sitting in my shower, $15,000 in credit card debt, I was listening to this motivational thing with Jim Rohn, and he was saying this. He said, the reason why you're where you are today, the reason why you're in this exact position right now, the circumstances that you have currently, is because the person and the character that you currently are attracted those circumstances. So I want you to ask yourself, the circumstances that you're in, take control, take full accountability of that. Know that you're not good. You're not going to be good at the start, and that's okay. But put in the work, put in the reps, put in the activity. And I guarantee if you do that and you take full power of the situation. I had to take full power myself. I had to stop blaming outside circumstances and start pointing the finger inward, because when you start pointing the finger inward, change really happens. That's what happens with me. That's what's happened that's the common denominator with people, is that, yeah, somebody might have raped them. They might have been not born like their color, whatever it is, the race, the ethnicity, being able to not be born in the US. But whatever it is that each of those individuals chose to take the power into their own hands, point the finger inside and say, hey, if I don't make it, it's because of me, and it's not on outside circumstances. That's it. It's not an outside circumstance. So stop giving your power to somebody else. Point the finger inward. Know that you're not good at selling, and that's okay. Sit down and just be willing to put in the work, put in the reps. I'm here. I want to see you guys win. I want to see you guys massively successful. And if you guys are wanting to work with me, click the link down below. Apply to work with me. I make these because I want to help you guys out. Selfishly, I do want to help you scale if that's what you see fit and that's something you desire. But even if you don't, I want to see you win, whether you're on my team or not. So let's keep crushing it. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.